Today I wanted to give you an update on the things I did last week and the things that I'm looking at for next week. I mentioned in the last video that I'd be starting to look at storyboards, blocking, shots, all that kind of thing. And I started going down that path, and what I found was that with each of the 3 shorts that I started looking at, when I started thinking about how to be interesting to be filmed, that led to changes in the script. Not to make the shots possible, but thinking about the shots and staging and blocking made me think, oh, that would be much more interesting to do here from a story perspective, irrespective of what shots we choose. And so I found myself spending days tweaking the 3 scripts to incorporate these new ideas which came up while I was thinking about blocking and shot lists and things. And that's not uncommon. I mean, you talk of a locked script when you supposedly the script is finished, no more changes. But that's really for a planning thing, if I'm honest, because you need a lock script to be able to say, okay, we've got these scenes, we need these props, we need these locations, we need these actors, all the stuff you need. But the truth is that once you start working with the crew, and especially with the actors, things will change. And then when you get actually on set and start filming, the script's going to change. Actors will come up with ideas, you'll come up with ideas, anyone on the crew can come up with an idea, and excuse me, that will affect the script, and you'll have to make changes and tweaks. And in reality, even when you get to post-production, the script changes because the way you edit it will mean that it won't necessarily be as it is in the script. So, because you might cut things which don't really work or leave things out to make it more, make more impact of the main thing you're trying to say in that scene. So the script is never really locked. It's more a planning and scheduling and all that kind of thing, in my opinion. Let me just check my notes here a second, because I went off on a bit of a rant there. Oh, also, besides the 3 short scripts, I want to add a couple of other things to that, overall plan to shoot them. And that is certainly to shoot a couple of scenes from one of the features, and they would be used to help generate interest in the feature. And also I would use it as a screen test. And there's another feature I could do that with too. So 1 or 2 features I would take a couple of scenes from. So in effect, it would be, instead of 3 shorts, it'd be shorts, but 3 of them, there would be 4 or potentially 5 that I'd like to sort of shoot in a bundle. That way, sort of while you've got the people and the resources there, maximizing what I do. Because building all that up from scratch again just to shoot a couple of scenes to generate some interest for a film, that takes time and effort and money. So once we've got some of that together, I want to try and maximize that use of resources. Now, I may be putting too many things together, trying to do all those things, but I think if you start with, what you'd really like to achieve, and then if, say, you try and get some funding or run a crowdfunding campaign to try and shoot all these 5 things, or whatever you do, then you you have your optimal situation. And even if you don't get everything you need, you can do something. So shoot those key things that you need. And look for the producer. I contacted someone to help me with this, someone who I thought would, be ideal, but I haven't heard anything back, and I haven't had any response at all, actually. So that's okay. I don't mind when I contact people that they don't respond, because there's no, I don't think there's any etiquette for them to respond, or it's not bad form or anything, because I've cold contacted them, so that's fine. And I get people cold contacting me all the time. So I have no problem with that. So I'll just move on, look for someone else. I try and avoid posting on sites, not just because you get lots and lots of replies potentially, but I like to try and do a bit of research myself and try and find someone by looking at what they've done, maybe even looking on their social media to get a feel for the sort of person they are, and try and choose someone who I think would be a good fit. So that's what I'm going to continue down that line. I mean, in parallel, I've got work to do on those now 5 shorts, effectively, that I want to try and think about staging, blocking, and shot lists and storyboards and all that. So I've got plenty of work to do in parallel while I'm looking for someone. The other thing I've been doing this week is more about getting some structure in my day. It's really easy when you don't have a job to go to, like you're not filming as a filmmaker or you're not acting as an actor. When you have those things and you have set dates, you get really focused. You've got lines to learn, you've got to think about the character, you might be thinking about how they look, how they move, all aspects of the character. You might meet with the director, you might meet with other actors, and you've got to incorporate all of that into your line learning as well. So you come with a package, because ideally you want to turn up on the day ready to roll, or you have to turn up ready to roll, but also with a couple of other plans in your back pocket. And the same with directing. You have to do all that for every aspect of the film, and with both acting and directing, there's a lot of prep work that people don't see. So you're busy. If you have fixed dates to film, you're busy getting ready for those dates. When you don't have fixed dates, it is easy to drift. And I'm trying to, and like I said in the last video, sometimes I get lost, like everybody does, in social media and just waste so much time. I mean, sometimes it's fine to blow some steam, but waste time. So this week I've been working on a sort of 9 to 5 day structure. So I get myself up in the morning, I get ready, make some lunch, and rather than stay and work here, I pack up my lunch and my laptop and everything, go to a library. There's 3 libraries in my area that are easy walking distance, and I go and work there for the day. So it puts just doing that, it seems to put some what's the word I'm looking for? It focuses me. It focuses me to work on things. So I have a list of things I want to achieve that day, and I work through them. And doing that gives you a sense of accomplishment. It keeps you on your toes. You sleep better at night because you've been working consistently. So even if what I'm doing in the library is researching, ideas I have for who knows when in the future, or if I'm focused on looking at those shorts and you know, trying to work out shots and things like that. Because doing the shorts and the shots and everything, it's nice to have a little break from that and sort of allow your creative side to really let it go, so it can just breathe other ideas. And when you do that and you come back to the shorts, it's it gives you a bit of a boost, a fresh perspective as well. So I've been trying to do that, and you know, and just it helps personally for your own sense of I don't want to say value, sense of I don't know. It feels like you feel like a better person when you do that work, and you don't necessarily have the structure that I'm doing. It seems to work for me, but it gives you a sense of, it helps with self-worth, I think, which can be difficult, I think, for creative people, because you spend a lot of time doing what you're brought up to believe that is wasting time, which is just sort of daydreaming and thinking of ideas, and you know, we're raised to think that this is wasting time, idle, you know, lazy. So it definitely helps with a sense of worth. I don't know if I've explained all that very well, but it helps me personally to know I'm doing something. And even if that something is daydreaming, that is something which I know contributes to my work. So I've probably confused you all, haven't I? Next week. Next week, I'm going to spend a little time on those 2 extra shorts, which are really scenes from feature scripts that are already written, that I want to use to help generate interest in those, get them to the same state as the other 3 shorts. So I've got 5 in a similar state, and be working on getting all the storyboards and shots and thinking about all that as well, starting down that path. And in parallel, I'll be researching another producer to contact and see if I have any luck there. So that's what I plan to do. Other than that, it's going to be a bit chilly, so I'll be trying to stay warm. I get out and walk a lot, so that helps a lot as well, both physically and mentally. And it's a great place for a great time for ideas to unblock, if you like. If you're struggling with something, just going out for a walk and I don't know, breathing in the fresh air. Maybe it's something to do with emotion, I don't know, but it's really good for finding solutions. All right, so thanks for watching. It'd be great if you could like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell, and leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you think. And if you'd like to support me further, you can buy me a coffee. There's a link in the description below. I hope to see you in the next one.